What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. And yo, we got Danger Mouse and Black Thought. They're dropping another project, it looks like. This track is called Up with Rag and Bone Man. This is the official music video. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you won't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. Let me just say, Black Thought is definitely one of my top 5 MCs for sure. For sure. So anything new, and I've definitely missed a couple of features and stuff he's recently done, but yeah, let's check this out. Yeah. Mm.
Say hello to the Lord with my sincerest regards. Why the rising and tide of troubled waters we cross into the fire and frost when the desire is lost? Is it survivor's remorse that raised higher the course? During the year of the horse, I had so much to resolve, it hung me over. I was fearing the hair of the dog. They killed my homie. I was there when they carried him off. When we buried him, we wrapped him in Nigerian cloth. They told a story about him having a malaria cough. They tried to say he had a weapon that was clearly a torch. I hold the fury so they fear me, but it nearly was boss. Expecting me to be forgiven like it really was squashed. But I have seen so much that I can never be hushed. I've been the bearer of a burden that is heavy as fuck. I'm pure legacy, incredibly I'll never be touched. It ain't nowhere to go from here but up.
I don't know why he reminded me of Jelly Roll, Skinny Jelly Roll. But yo, Black Thought, masterful. Even because it's just he has a way of like really you in, and the way he just does the work. It's so effortless, you know. But getting into like what he was talking about is interesting because I feel like, for one, Black Thought's been consistent. That's for sure. And the things that he talks about and the things that he believes, which I admire, because it's like, I mean, my skin color, you know. And a lot of what he says resonates just due to witness, whether hearing from or, different things of experience. Um, but sometimes, I sit there, not that, oh, we should stop talking about this, da, da, da. No, because even in a lot of the music that I make is a lot of it is what I see observation wise and my thoughts on that. But we're at it's interesting. It's just all like, yes, in this particular time frame, to counteract a lot of the nonsense music, it makes sense. But as a person who not only has been involved in hip hop by way of creating it and consuming it, well, yeah, not just creating it, but I've also, consumed it my whole life, and it's always been this commercial versus conscious, that literally has always been going on. So, I really don't follow as far as the hype train, like all this stuff is brand new. But like I said, I think that voices like Black Thought, voices like Kendrick, who are able to kind of fuse things to be able to speak and tell stories and rhymes in a way that it's vivid, you know. But I always think about the fact that, at are we just not necessarily going to keep talking about it, but I'm just all like, we're at a time where like everyone can see everything. You can research everything. Not saying everything you research or see is true, especially in 2025. You see the Sora 2 videos and the Martin Luther King and freaking Malcolm X doing a mukbang, just crazy stuff. So I'm like, even with all this awareness and us being able to communicate and see things from all across the world, the Black struggle per se it's just interesting. It's just interesting, you know. It at times it's almost all like, am I tripping? Is this racist? Like, or am I reaching? You know, type of thing, or is things as bad as it seems? You know, type of thing. And I look at hope, but when I for a while I just didn't look at news, consume any of it. There was a point in time where every single day I would go to different news sites just to be informed. But I'm at a point where it doesn't matter at any point that I don't look at it and then come back to look at it. It just seems like recycled stuff, So when I hear this, though this is brand new, I hear variations of this even in his past music. You know what I mean? Again, it's not to say that it's bad. It's just an observation. Let me know if you kind of understand what I'm saying, or like if you agree, disagree. Let me know in the comments.
Touch. It ain't nowhere to go from here but up. Why must I feel so low to the ground? Low to the ground. Low. Why does it feel so low to the ground? Low. Seen it on the walls. I wanted to believe. Will it ever settle down? I've seen the culture decline while we were all in denial, and seen the murderer smile as he was brought in the trial. I watched the vulture circle awaiting the fall of a child, and canines devoured alive, the call of the wild. I couldn't accept the charge for the call of the void, or for progress destroyed over Darwin and Freud. Survival totally could depend on the toss of a coin or a pawn. Which organization allowed you to join? I live on the borderline like a dishwater blind, or like Malcolm shooting up the head to the autobahn. I caught a vibe, I would have taken it as some sort of sign, where I'm more aligned, but I was running so short of time, and
And it's dope because it's just all like, whether it's his experience or him channeling a collective experience, just with the clips that are being shown, I think we're at this point where we are, like, to me, I feel like it is showing where we have came from as far as in America, and looking at these clips, different things, celebration, death, family, community, different things like that, abuse, certain prominent Black figures, and I was curious because I'm just all like, well, where's like the newer stuff? But that's why I think that the verse is dope, because the song is dope, because it's just saying there's only to go up. Then even with the chorus, like, why do I feel so low, different things like that, there is that, going up. So it's dope.
felt so much that I am numb to the touch. Whenever assumptions make it hard for me to function is rough, cause every something I ever wanted was once in my clutch. So ain't nowhere to go from here but up.
Like that in real life, like I don't know, like, this gives me like a hope. Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. catalog. Yeah, these are not singles, these are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase all of that in the link in the description. And just, check it out because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the site. So I like the feeling that I get when I see it, despite just observation of different things like this. Anytime I hear Black Thought rap, I would have ranked. That's how dope to me Black Thought is. So it's just all like this was a dope track. And I don't know who Bag and Bone is. Like he gives me Jelly Roll vibes, but even just like it is a dope setup. It's a dope setup. I think that a lot of these type of tracks still hit. You know what I mean? So this was fine. I'm definitely want to check out the new project because that first one was fire. The collaborations he had on there is absolutely insane. There's this one from the first one with him, ASAP Rocky, Killer Mike, and LP. That joint is super super dope. Killer Mike just skating on that joint too. But yeah, this is dope. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's Miss Composition, an MC that writes fiction. Back at it with another reaction. Make sure you like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comments, and more. All right, y'all. Peace.